Girbeagly!
Hey there guys and gals, it's Girbeagly with another episode of Gaming with Girbeagly, and I'm once again playing the game Romance Detective 2. I'm really happy to be back because things were getting really interesting last episode. We came up with the hypothesis that due to the rocket going into space, it probably hit the moon, put all of the roses on the moon, and there's even a news report saying that this had happened, and that was what was causing people to act really weird at night. And we have actually returned to Romance Detective's apartment to speak to her mother, Burnett, I'm sorry, I said her name wrong, but we are here talking to Burnett about the roses because apparently she was one of the scientists who was working on the effects of the roses, so let's go ahead and continue the game.
Huh? You worked on... Wait, you're not a mad scientist, are you?
Hahaha, I've never been called that before. It does have a nice ring to it. Mother, please. Romance Cop is prone to believing these sorts of jokes. I do not wish for her to think of you as some kind of villain.
What do you mean, prone to believing? I like to think of myself as a rational, skeptical person.
I distinctly remember you asking me quite recently if I had truly been born with a rose in my mouth.
That's your fault for always looking so serious whenever you tell me anything.
Oh, you two are so cute together. I know I've said it before, but I'm so proud of you for finally finding a partner, Rose. Mother, you're embarrassing me.
Alright, we should get down to business. So you say you helped develop whatever makes those roses able to influence people's hearts?
That's correct, and it's not because I'm a mad scientist. We were always well-intentioned, you know, but intentions count for nothing when the result is, well, this mess.
Who do you mean when you say we?
Here, I'll start from the beginning. It's quite a long story, but I'll do my best to summarize. Okay? Aw, how cute. During my college years, I had this friend. Her name was Rosemary. Oh, I bet they were a little bit more than friends. We were young and full of passion, naively thinking we could change the world on our own through science. Our mission was broad and simple, to improve humanity. Rosemary's family was quite wealthy and had agreed to fund whatever research she was interested in doing. When she asked me to work alongside her, I readily accepted. A laboratory was prepared right here in Lovebloom, and we went straight to work trying to develop a pharmacological agent that would, more or less, fill people's hearts with love. Ah, so that's what happened. We spent years on this idea, the idea that if we could just create something that made people feel only caring and acceptance, we could eradicate violence. If we could just get this to work, we thought, there would be no more room for hatred, war, terrorism, because all we would feel is love. So there was like a very pure intention to this, clearly, but obviously it was too idealistic. But the more we tested these medicines we were developing, the uneasier I felt. Was this really the right way to achieve world peace? Would we not become slaves to this drug, nations of brainwashed citizens getting along through no will of our own? Yeah, it's kind of weird because it would eradicate like free will in a lot of ways. Can that truly be called peace? Yeah, I don't think it would be either. If only I'd had the courage to leave sooner. But we had come so far, and, well, Rosemary did not share my doubts. What mattered to her was the end result. How could I argue against something that would guarantee to end senseless killings all over the world once and for all? She couldn't understand my concern. And so, I complacently continued with the research. Over the years, Rosemary gathered more lab assistants, but progress was at a standstill. Until one day, out of nowhere, she presented something suitable for human testing. Rosemary announced to everyone that she and I would be the first test subjects. She had not consulted me about this decision, and yet, I felt I couldn't refuse. It was the two of us who had started this. We dedicated years of our life to this research, all leading up to that moment. So, this too I went along with. And it felt wrong. All wrong. This wasn't the feeling I wanted to give to people. It wasn't at all like what I'd hoped for. At that point, I could no longer avoid the truth. What we had been developing, it was unethical. But Rosemary still believed in the project. She tried to convince me that if we just kept working on it, we could get it right. But how could manipulating people's hearts ever be right? I couldn't reason with her. Shortly after that experiment, I left, and a few other assistants followed. Rosemary must have hated me for causing the split. We haven't kept in touch since. Aw, so that was like a really messy, creepy experiment that was going on there. So I'm definitely on Burnett's side. Like I was saying before, if you lack free will, it's not truly love at that point. It's not something that you're controlling and that you're feeling with any true passion. It's all synthesized passion. And any sort of like peace that would create, any sort of utopia, would really just be a dystopia. Years later, I was told that the project was abandoned. Rosemary had finally moved on from that dream. I was also told that she'd had a child, and because of that experiment... Mother, forgive me, but could you leave this part out for now? You still haven't told her about...
Told me what?
I'll explain it later. Are you sure? You'll drive this poor girl crazy with suspense. Romance Cop, is it alright if I promise to go over this part with you afterwards?
This sounds pretty serious.
So we can save it for later, or why not just say it now? Alright, let's save it for later.
That's fine. It sounds really serious. I can wait until you're ready to talk about it.
I apologize. No, it's my fault for almost casually including that detail. It was insensitive of me. So I have a feeling that the child was probably Rosemary's child, and that child was Romance Detective, and she's not actually Burnett's child, that she's not her daughter. So that would be wild, like if she's the adoptive mother or something along those lines, and she was part of the experiment or something like that. I have no idea. That's like really weird, and definitely a darker twist to this rather lighthearted game. So I really like it. I love Nami's writing. It's really good.
Let's just talk about what's relevant to the case.
Ahem. So it seems like someone has picked up where our research left off, and they've been using roses to carry their own version of what we made back then.
You mentioned the lab was here in Love Bloom. That place might be worth investigating, don't you think, Detective?
Possibly. I doubt the building is still in use. If they haven't changed the locks, this should get you inside. You received the abandoned lab key. Oh boy! That's not going to be creepy and weird.
Thank you. We'll let you know if we find any clues. Oh, but the sun is already going down. I guess we should play it safe and wait for tomorrow, huh?
Speaking of which, I would hate for you to fall under the rose's influence on your way home, Mother. Yes, I should be going. I'll try to get in contact with you tomorrow if I learn anything else about the case. Yeah, you better hurry then, lady. Don't want to get brainwashed.
Okay, we might be a little hard to reach, though. Just use the radio at the police station.
Understood. Farewell. Aw, well thank you for all the information, Burnett. At least she didn't turn out to be like the evil mad scientist, unless she, might be doing this because she's trying to win Rosemary's love back, or something like that. That'd be really crazy. Or if it's Rosemary pulling all the strings from the shadows, and she's trying to get revenge on the world for, like, scoffing at her perfect utopia. I have no idea. This is getting really interesting, though.
A romance detective and a mad scientist. What an exciting little family.
I suppose we are.
You've been kinda quiet. Was this your first time hearing that story?
I'd been told bits and pieces before, but never in detail.
I see. Maybe I should head home too. Unless you wanted to talk to me about something now that we're alone.
Please, stay. It isn't fair for me to hide this any longer.
Okay, what is it?
You may come to hate me for this. Are you sure you're ready?
No matter what, I'm absolutely positive I could never hate you, so please, go right ahead.
Very well.
Oh, wow. Oh, whoa. Whoa. Okay, she's already got the crazy love eyes. That's nuts. So that would, like, really explain why she sees everything as, like, a crime of love, a crime of passion, and sees people's true intentions when they love things. So she was the experiment. That's my guess. She was Rosemary's baby.
This is my secret.
Detective, your eyes.
Yes, now you know the answer to why I've always kept them hidden.
I don't understand.
I knew the day would come that I would finally have to explain myself to you, but as time went on, it became more and more difficult to bring up. So, allow me to get everything out at once.
Oh, wow. Okay, so we get her whole backstory here.
I was born with these accursed eyes. They first started causing me trouble when I began attending school. My classmates were unsettled by the strange color. Before long, I was ostracized. The other children would flee at my approach, thinking of me as possessed, as someone who would bring them misfortune or harm.
That's sad. Aw, she's crying. That's so sad.
After months of enduring rumors and taunts, my mother provided a solution at my request. I was transferred to a new school where no one knew of me. The faculty was told of my circumstances, and I was allowed to wear sunglasses at all times. As it turns out, concealing my eyes did not make much difference in how I was treated. The eyes hold a lot of emotive power. They are the window to a person's soul, so it is said. In shielding them from others, I appeared aloof at best and intimidating at worst.
Aw.
Socializing was far too much trouble. Most of my school years were spent quietly studying and watching crime dramas on television.
Oh, so that's where her obsession with being a detective came in.
I felt lonely at times, but this way it was at least of my own volition.
Oh.
The first person I could call my friend was the chief.
Oh, so that's why her and the chief are so close. Oh, that's so cute.
We met when I was a sophomore. She was 2 grades ahead of me, so in a way, I looked up to her. She told me that my sunglasses made me look cool, that I should embrace it. This persona I carry, even now, was only an attempt to live up to her expectations of me. I continued to keep my eyes a secret, perhaps out of fear. I did not wish to face the same kind of judgment I had experienced as a child. Romance Cop, you are the first person in a very long time to see me like this. I know I must have made things difficult for you, with how I've long avoided intimacy due to my own insecurities. And of course, since the incident with the roses, it seemed all the more impossible to explain. What if you thought I had been in a trance all along?
Oh, this is so sad.
I was afraid that you would not be able to accept this part of me, that you might leave me.
Detective,
I'm sorry that I kept all of this from you.
Oh.
is it okay if I tell you what I think? I think your eyes are beautiful.
No, they're unnatural.
I don't mind. I love them because they're yours.
Aw, that's the frickin' cutest thing in the whole goddamn world. This game is adorable.
No one has ever said such a thing to me. Are you not angry with me?
What? Why would I be angry?
I'm always lying to you. About this, about being a detective, all the things I've made up to impress you.
You weren't doing any of that to be mean, though. But, you know, you don't need to try to impress me all the time. I already love you, Detective.
I love you too.
Well, I'm glad that's settled.
Oh, they are the freaking cutest couple in any of Nami's games so far. This is adorable.
Yes, but now it's gotten so late. What should we do?
You're right. Should I hurry up and get home?
How would you feel about staying here for the night?
Oh yeah, putting on the moves, Romance Detective.
Really? I mean, if it's alright with you, I'd love to.
Then it's settled. We'll head to that lab first thing tomorrow morning.
That gives us quite a bit of downtime, Detective. I'll just make myself at home on your couch.
Nonsense. If you're going to rest, you deserve a comfortable bed. Use mine.
Then, where are you sleeping?
I was thinking we could share.
Oh damn! That's I love them together.
Oh, if you're sure, then okay.
Oh, that is way too fucking cute. Yes, I will definitely save my progress. Oh, this game is so cute. Alright guys, so we'll continue on, I think, with this game in the next day, it looks like, from the starts of this, that it's probably the next morning and they're going to the lab. So we're going to end this episode here. I'm sorry that these episodes are a little bit shorter, this one and Liar Liar 2 that I put out earlier as well. I'm getting back to 2 videos a day if I can, so as I move into that, as I transition into 2 videos a day, I'll probably have to make them a little bit shorter just to adjust for editing time and everything like that, but hopefully it moves these games along at a quicker pace. We're able to get through them more because I'll be doing them more frequently, and you guys will be able to share these stories and finish them with me. So I'm really excited for that. I hope that you guys are as well. But if you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit the like button, share the video and favorite it. Also be sure to subscribe to me if you guys haven't already. For those of you who have, thank you so much for all of your support. You guys are the best in the world. I love every single one of you, and as always, it was great seeing ya. Bye-bye.
Girbeagly.